Hey guys, how's it going? So I just got back from Sally's and I'm going to show you guys the next dye that I'm going to use. It is a Wella Color Tango product again because I have been so impressed with this color, which is, where's the box? Which is the 8RRV in Paprika. The color I got this time is 7RR Cherry. So, couple things. One, it's level 7 and I worry that it's going to turn out a little bit darker. Even though I'm going to be using a 30 developer. If you remember, I had about a level 7 blonde. I put this level 8 color with a 30 developer on my hair and I felt like it turned it a level 6. So I am a little hesitant, I'm not going to lie, being that I don't think this is a level 7 yet. And I don't know if I want to try to lighten my hair again before, I don't know, you know, like, I wouldn't go out and bleach my hair, but how many times should I be using the vitamin C wash on my hair and still feel like I am not beating it up so much, you know? So I may or may not lighten it with the vitamin C wash again. I may just attempt to put this over my hair as it sits, but I do worry that if I do that, it will turn out darker. So, and of course, like these past couple days, I've been like a little high on the anxiety scale. Not too bad, but it's just enough that it's irritating and you don't sleep as well. Believe it or not, I feel like it is because of Mercury Retrograde. I started feeling this like anxiety, like what is this? What's going on? I'm just like, huh, you know, and I'm sorry, I'm going off a little bit here, so bear with me, but there is a video, I'm going to link it down below, that talks more about Mercury Retrograde and how it affects us and how each Mercury Retrograde is a little different. Like, it's the same in the sense that it can affect communication and transportation and like your cell phone device. My cell phone, like, I think I just need a new cell phone really, but like, it's ridiculous like how bad it's been. It's just like not working the way it should. In Mercury retrogrades past, you know, I will have anxiety over the communication I'm having like right now in the moment with a person. And I have looked around and have noticed where like there's been some communicational issues between a couple people, but for whatever reason, like I feel like I'm being affected with the communication I've had with people like years ago, like crap that I thought was over and done with and have moved on, I feel like is like resurfacing. There was like one instance where I was fretting like over something I said to someone like 2 or 3 years ago, and I thought, oh my gosh, did I say the wrong things to her? Did it make her feel bad? Am I truly that mean girl that I worry that I am all the time? And I'm like, why am I even worrying about this stuff? That was like 3 years ago. And it's mainly just with people in my little social circle. I'll see a friend and then like, I'll go, oh my gosh, I remember that one time when I said this or when I did this and I did it wrong or I said it wrong or it came out wrong, and then did that affect why we are the way we are right now? Like, could we be better friends if I didn't during that one small time say or have done something wrong? Is that why we're not as close as we used to be? Like, these are all things that like the madness that's going on within. And this Mercury retrograde is reminding me of how I struggle with my trust in people. And I was talking with a friend yesterday and it reminded me how much I lack trust. I feel like I just have to be more careful with what I talk about and what I say. Not that what I say is wrong or bad, but more protective of my life and of the things going on in my life, because there will always be that one person who will take the information that you have given them or that they have found through the grapevine, which probably has been skewed a million times over, and put their own spin on it and then speak about it to other people when they don't really know, you know, and neither do they come to you for clarification on it. They just make a great assumption that is wrong. I read websites, I watch videos, and people talk about how you should speak your truth and how you should tell people who you are, how you feel, kind of a thing, and I agree. I don't like knowing that my information and my words are not safe. And it makes me worry too about my friends that I truly care about in my community and what is being said about them as well. And are their words and their information and their sensitive information, if that's being kept safe. And my frustration is, now I will call myself out, and there was a time where I did a lot of gossiping, and just how it is, you know. I guess I did not have a life, and I did not have anything better to do with my life than to gossip. And I'm realizing now just how cancerous gossip is, and how much it can destroy a community and a family and friendships. Like, just how terrible it is when you can take sensitive information from anyone and skew it and pass it along like you're just throwing out confetti, and what that can do. I'm sorry, I'm really going off on a tangent. I guess this is what I have to say. If you are someone who stumbles upon sensitive information about anyone, and this wasn't even sensitive information about me that I heard about last night. This was not sensitive information about me. This was sensitive information about someone else. And if you find out sensitive information, especially if you hear it from the source, there's two things, maybe there's more things, but there's two things that come to my mind immediately. And one is you keep your mouth shut. Because if you're being told it, it needs to stay there. And if you're being told it and it's sensitive, it is with the hope that it stays with you, right? And the other thing you could do is, if you're being told sensitive information, maybe you could help that person. And if you have some sort of gift that you're able to weasel information out of people, which I think that is a gift. Like, when you think about it, it's like, oh, gossiping is so cancerous. I do think that weaseling information out of people can be, in a sense, a gift that you can use to help someone. And I hate the fact, actually hate the fact that I used to be one of those people. And that's one of the things that with this Mercury retrograde, I'm having to reprocess and go, wow, I gossiped. I did this. I was terrible. And these are things from years ago, you guys, like years ago. And they're coming back. And I'm like, wow, I was really not a good person back then. And I'm glad I'm not that same person. But for whatever reason, this Mercury retrograde's like, hey, you remember that one time when you talked bad about somebody? And then you found out later that the real truth about that person, and then you felt like crap? Remember that? And I'm like, yes, I remember that. Like, I thought that was over and done with. But for whatever reason, it's coming back up. So that's where my, like, anxiety is. And then with yesterday's conversation with my friend, it brought it all up too. So that's like my... So hopefully this will be, like, over soon. And I'm hoping that, like, I'll be able to process and get over it. And I really apologize that I totally took this whole red hair dye video, like, hijacked my own video to talk about Mercury retrograde. But I feel like it needs to be talked about and it needs to be known. One big turning point for me was when I had a friend come over, and while she came over and talked, she badmouthed one of my other friends. Now, this other friend of mine, she and I have been longer friends than I have been with this one friend that came over. And I kept trying to, like, like change the subject. And I'm not one who's going to be like, shut up, you don't know, and this is really what's going on. That's not my style. I don't do that unless like I feel really pressed to do so. I remember my friend leaving, going home, and feeling like I did not stick up enough for the friend that was talked about. And that like, and that chipping away at me, you know? I don't know. I guess I just want to be a better friend as well. Like, I'm sorry. These are all like things that are just like coming up within. I really want to be my best self at all times. And I want to be viewed as a good, kind person. So anyways, going back to my hair dye. Okay, I apologize, I went way off. I did like 20 minutes of like talking about Mercury retrograde, so I apologize. I'm sorry. I should have probably done 2 different videos, but here we are. So the reason, okay, I saw this color, like I saw the little swatch on the Sally shelf, but there wasn't any product. It was an empty slot. And I thought, oh my gosh, like why? Why is it the colors that I want are never stocked? So I decided to go look around at some of the other brands, and sure enough, on the top shelf were about 6, I want to say, of these like stacked up. And I thought, there it is, the 7RR in the cherry. So I pulled it off, and there was a reduced sticker on all of them. Can you see it? $2.49. So I immediately got 2. These are originally like $6.50, I want to say, about that. So I saved myself a ton of money, about $8. And I went up to the lady at the counter at Sally's and I said, okay, why are these reduced? Because I don't want to dye my hair this color if it's like forever discontinued and never to be sold again by the Wella Color Tango line. And she goes, we are just not stocking it. She's like, I think you can still order it online though. And then she told me, check this out. Right now on the Sally's truck, the Sally's supply truck, right now are 12 Arctic Fox colors that they're going to stock at Sally's here. Yay! I am so excited. I've had so many of you guys request Arctic Fox. And so she told me some of them. She said, you know, there's like a couple reds, a couple purples. She's like, there's gonna be a peach color. And I was like, oh, peach. I might dye my hair peach. Just might. I don't know when I'm gonna dye my hair yet. I'm still in debate. Maybe if I feel brave, I'll do it during the Christmas break or maybe after Christmas, you know, when like the Christmas craze has gone down. So yeah, oh, there is this one little story though I want to say. So I was at the store today, plugging through the little ice cream aisle, and this one man, this older man, I want to say he was like 65, he's a veteran, he had the veteran cap on, and he, joyful man, just was like, I love your hair. And I said, oh, well, thank you so much. And then he said, when I was growing up, my brother and my sister had really pretty red hair, and I felt left out because I was a blonde, and I was always a blonde. I never got that red hair. And he said, so I just really like your hair. And I was like, well, thanks. Even though it's not real, it's not really red. I mean, like, can you not tell that it's like not really red? And he goes, no, it's great. It's great. I love it. And I said, maybe I'm just pulling out the Irish roots, you know, from way back in my ancestry line. and so we had a laugh over it. But I appreciate it. I always love when people compliment me on my hair or my hair color. I swear on my life, I could be committed to red hair for the rest of my life. Now, if someone were to come to me and say, okay, you're only going to be a redhead for the rest of your life, I'd probably be like, you can't tell me what to do, and you're probably right. Because I love being a redhead, or anything in the red, like spectrum, or like ginger, copper, that kind of stuff. So that is it. If you guys have any questions or comments, let me know down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you got all the way through this, you rock. And I appreciate it, because I know I ramble and I go on forever, and And I know like I talk in circles sometimes too, because I edit my videos and I talk in circles and I'm like, I already said that 2 times. So I appreciate you guys listening. It means a lot. It really does. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Catch you on the flip. Bye.